Happy Thursday, Stampers and Paper Crafters. This is Facebook Live number 495. It is Thursday, June 18th, 2026. At work, everybody kept on saying, Happy Friday, and I'm like, no, today's Thursday. It's fake Friday, because we don't work tomorrow. So I have Friday off. That is why it is 9 o'clock, well, a little after 9, so sorry about that. And my name is Joy Borwedge, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Burnsville, Minnesota, and I have been a demonstrator since August of 1999. I will be celebrating 27 years in August. I'm excited. I'm going to put you down at the table in just a second. If you get motion sickness or anything like that, just look away, and I'll let you know when I am done messing around with the camera. So hold on. I have a super cute card for you guys tonight, but it's actually really simple and very easy to make. And I have a hard time with simple. Okay, I'm going to turn that down. There we go. Because I like to do fun folds, I like layers, I like lots of things. And so just being simple is not easy for me. So that's okay, right? Got to get out of your comfort zone. And so it's going to basically be stamps, inks, and paper tonight. And no die cutting, no punches. I will have adhesive, and I will have embellishments. Oh, that's a little too close. Slow down. There we go. Okay. I think that's good. So again, my name is Joy Borwedge. I have an Instagram page at Stampin' for Joy. My YouTube page is Joy A. Borwedge. My online store is stampinforjoy.stampinup.net. penguinz33@outlook.com is my email address, so that if you do not have a demonstrator that you're working with and you do not have a catalog, I would love to send you one. I also have a Facebook page at Stampin' for Joy. So how this works is I go live on my Joy Borwedge Facebook page. Then I take a picture of the project that I make tonight, and that will be hashtag number 495. And then I will take this video and download it on my YouTube page, and then I will also download it on my Stampin' for Joy page. And so that way, if you see a card, say on Pinterest or Instagram, and it says hashtag 495, you can come back to the video and watch it and see how it's made. And if it's within 30 days of the video playing, you'll still be able to catch it on my Facebook pages, or you could catch it on my YouTube page as well. Okay, so again, this is the Stampin' Up! Catalog, and we will be playing with the Scalloped Blooms stamp set, and that is on page 46. Now this actually is part of a suite and part of a bundle, and what that means is that a suite is something that Stampin' Up! Makes a collection of products, and they put it together so then that way everything coordinates. Like this here is called Moonlit Flora. That is a suite collection. And then there are bundles. So that means it's a stamp set and a die set, and they save 10%. Or it's a stamp set and punches. When you purchase that together, then you save 10%. So if you're, say, like Moonlit Flora right here, that says it's part of a suite. Now, if you come across something, say, right here, Exciting Times. Now this, it says it's part of a bundle. Tina, hi, welcome. That means that if you were to put this number in the computer, that means you're going to get just the stamp set. But there is a bundle number that saves you the 10%. So I just kind of want to point that out to you. And tonight's card, I just want to say it's going to be very simple and pretty easy. Now, this is the catalog that's going to last until August. It's going to last up until August. And so then come September, it's going to be a new catalog. And another place that you could purchase product would be the online exclusives. So we do not have mini catalogs anymore. So it's allowing Stampin' Up! To give us 3 separate catalogs throughout the year, as well as adding new product every other month to the online exclusives. So you always have something refreshing coming up. And I'm excited that the July online exclusives are pre-ordering. This is one of them. And this, do you like Christmas in July? This is something that is super cute. And it's built upon the, I don't know the exact name. I haven't placed any pre-order yet. But this is super cute. And it's kind of quilting, which is not my thing. I did not know that stamping was my thing either, but I've been doing it for almost 27 years, so I must enjoy it. All right. Also, June is what it's going on right now, is the product of the month. And so if you have a qualifying order of $75, that is Janie. Hi. That is after you take off all the discounts and the hosted or the rewards. So the subtotal needs to be $75. A banner is going to come across and say, "Would you like to purchase the product of the month?" And it's only $5. So that's a great way to do it. And there's a cute little penguin right there. So I have to say, you need to get it. Then coming up. This actually is going on today, but you could still purchase it, even though it's in the online store, and the craft class is 171476. And once you purchase that, you will receive a Facebook invite for an exclusive Facebook page just for this. And if you haven't ordered the product suite yet, it's 167786. Now, this designer series paper is absolutely stunning, so I'd be surprised if it's actually available right now. And I don't know, just if you could see this picture right here, this would be what Stampin' Up! Did is somehow had it printed so that it's shimmery, and it's so cool. All right, so that, just take a check out for that. And then don't forget to check out the last chance product list. What that means is that this is product that is not going to be restocked anymore, and that Stampin' Up's not going to carry it. So once it gets down to the bare bones, it runs out, whatever, it's going to be put on the discontinued list, and it won't be available anymore. Now, the benefit to you as the customer is that there's discounts, and some of them can be up to 60%. So check that out. It's the last chance products list. It's in the online store. Just hit the drop down button and hit last chance products. And then it will show you what the original price was. It'll have a cross out, and then it'll have the new price. So that is always available as well. All right, so let me show you what we're going to be playing with. I forgot to pull out the paper. I'm kind of doing what I've been doing lately is kind of a mishmash of things. A little bit here, a little bit there, and where did it go? Maybe I pulled it out. No, I didn't pull it out. We're using the Scalloped Blooms stamp set. Carolyn, Hi. I haven't seen you on a live for a little while, so welcome, my friend. All right, so we're doing, like I said, a little mishmash. So nothing in a suite. So I wanted to use the Brushed with Beauty Designer Series paper, and the stamp set is no longer available. It might be on the last chance list. I don't know. The dies are on the last chance list. I don't know if they're still available or not, but this Designer Series paper is still available, and I really, really like it. And the Scalloped Blooms has greetings for the outside of the card and the inside of the card. So we're kind of mishmashing that today. And then also the Pearls of Beauty. Now this was introduced in November in the online exclusives. Nancy, hi, how are you doing? And then we're also going to use the linen thread. Now everybody needs linen thread. It's just like having a bone folder and a take-your-pick tool. You need to have these in your craft room. Those are some of the great tools that we need. So I have a very simple card, and it's something that you can recreate using scraps of paper. And just to show you, this is Facebook Live number 494. And this is the kind of card I like to do. How you doing, Carolyn? And so when I say doing something simple is kind of hard for me, so I have to really work at it to make a simple card. This is called a WV card. So you can see the W right here, and then you could see the V. So this is, I haven't put it on Instagram yet or Pinterest. So this is hashtag 494. I'll probably be doing that tonight after I get done with this. So I have a piece of Designer Series paper. It's scrap, but it's 6 inches by 1/4 inch. And then I have a piece of Designer Series paper. See, that's the back side. It is 1/2 by 4.5. And then I have another piece of that same Designer Series paper. Again, it's another scrap. And it is 1/2 by 4. I'm going to run out of space just for my Post-it notes to be able to read them all. This is the inside layer, and this is very vanilla. It is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Another piece of very vanilla. It's actually a scrap. It's 4 inches by 1. And then I needed 3 pieces of Designer Series paper, and they are all 1.5 by 4. And then I have Old Olive, and we're going to do 4.5 wide by 11, and then I scored it at 5.5. So this is all that you need for the card. All right, I'm just going to take a drink. Now, I was at Walmart today, and I bought it's an actual Crystal Light flavor packet. And it is called Hibiscus, something hibiscus. And it's actually not bad. It's a very pretty pink color. It's kind of like, it's very refreshing. I do actually I buy the Great Value, which is Walmart's brand of flavor packets, and one of my favorites is Blackberry Lemonade. And so I saw that, and I'm like going, something, I can't remember, something hibiscus. And I'm like, I had like an alcohol beverage, like a sip of something, and it had something with hibiscus in it. And I was like, it's a little different, but I like it. Okay, so, right, I'm going to take all these off. I like to do this because it allows you to come back and rewatch. You can pause it, get all the measurements, and then get everything cut and then put it together. Now, you might like to do this instead of having it go vertical. You might want to do a card like this with horizontal. So you can change this up a little bit. I'm actually going to grab my silicone mat. Now this is another of the things that you need in your crafting tool. I don't know why I was grabbing that. I need my Stampin' Pearson mat. Yes, I do. Gosh darn it. What I want to do is just lay this down, and then I'm going to stamp my image. And I don't want to put that on yet, just because if I make a boo-boo, then I can flip it over and nobody will even know. But I just want to leave myself a spot to put that on. So I am going to do Thinking of You, and that is going to be in Mossy Meadow. I agree, Carolyn. So my Mossy Meadow is, let's just say that once Stampin' Up changes the new ink pads, the Mossy Meadow will be my first ink pad that will be out of the new magnetic style. So what's happening is I just, I get squirreled so much. So I just, one tangent goes this way, one tangent goes that way. So anyways, Stampin' Up is going to change all our ink pads to these magnetic cases. And so they could sit on top, this lid could sit on top of each other, they could sit right next to each other, and they could stack. And so you could just go like this and flip it over. That one is going to be the first one I replace. And you don't need to replace all your ink pads. But if you like the magnetic casing, go for it. It will be this felt. The reason why I'm excited about that is because this is not the first time that the re-inkers kind of mess with the actual foam pad. And this is, I think, maybe my third Mossy Meadow ink pad. And when I buy the ink pad, I buy the re-inker at the same time. So I know that it's made specifically for this type of pad, this foam one. And it kind of messes with me. All right, so we're going to put that down and allow that ink to transfer. And see how it's dark, it's thick there, kind of looks like a little old olive there, and it kind of, so that's the reason why I'm excited about the new ink pads coming. It did that with my cherry cobbler, or sorry, my real red, maybe my cherry cobbler, and I think that purple posy, I think, and then the cloud cover. I think that's the issues that they're having with the foam pads, is because they eventually just don't turn out that great, and they kind of get kind of bleh, and they don't have a longer life. And with the foam, it's going to have a longer life. So anyways, we're going to put that paper down on here. Oh, I'm going to have some glue boogers. That's what I call them, glue boogers. And I'm just gonna wipe those off with my eraser. It's not called a glue booger eraser. I'm just letting you know. And Stampin' Up used to sell this, but they don't anymore, so it's sad. But hopefully you have one. It took me a really long time to get one, but then once it retired, I'm like, I'm still using it, sorry. Very few things that I will use after it retires. My scissors. And I have, remember the craft and rubber scissors? I still use mine for anything that is sticky. These are paper snips. They retired because the manufacturer stopped making them, and Stampin' Up has a new manufacturer. These are made in China, and I believe the new ones are made in Taiwan or something like that. But I heard from one demonstrator they cut exactly the same. The only difference is the handle might be just a tad bit different, but they look the same, she said. All right, so that is our greeting. Gosh darn it. There we go. Now that's good. Okay, so I am actually going to use my greeting to adhere to the bottom because it's going to help me with my other pieces. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool and get my people poker out. And we're just going to do 3. 1, 2, and a 3. And just slightly stab them at an angle, grab them, and then throw them in the trash. Then there's not all this mess around. All right, so now I'm going to place this down at the bottom, and I'm going to have a little space between all these pieces. Okay, I need to get that back out. I did not get rid of everything as easily as I thought I did. All right, so then now we're going to just lay these down and have an idea as to where to stick them. And this way, once you put these, this way, when you put this here first, then you have an idea of how much space you have to play with. Whereas if you put these down first, you might not have a lot of space for that. And so I just want to make sure that I am pretty equidistant with my, what I should do is take this off. There we go. And then we're just going to put that away. We don't need any more dimensionals. And we're going to put our 2. We're going to put adhesive on all 3 of these. So, do you guys happen to have tomorrow off as well, or do you still have to work? All right, so we're going to put this one, and we're not going to squish it down. We're just going to lay this, make sure that we have it straight and about the same amount of space. And then the flowers, they're going to come over here. I really wish the dies would have stuck around. I really liked some of the branches that went with this set. Okay. We're going to sneak that in. And I need a little bit more wiggle room. Use my people poker to help me straighten out. And then that way this one can come in and move. And then we could squish once we're happy with it. And you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect because it's a handmade card. All right. I'm happy. Squish. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Then we're just going to move this over. And we're going to put, I don't know why I flipped that over. It was blank on both sides. Does anybody, you're off tomorrow too? What are you doing, Carolyn? Anything fun? All right. So we have a little bit showing, okay, and I'm keeping that. There we go. And then we're going to take this piece. Ooh, what did I do for the original card? Did I do, yep, I did flowers up. Okay, so this is going to be the inside. So we're going to flip this over. And I think this one is not necessarily directional, but in my mind, it kind of is. All right. So that goes in there like that. I like to bring in the designer series paper in with the what's on the outside goes on to the inside. All right, so the next thing that we're going to stamp, we're going to do hugs in Old Olive. And I'm going to grab my Stampin' Pearson mat. And there's a little bit of sticky on here. So what I'm doing is I'm going to stamp my hugs in Old Olive. And that's going to go down in the corner. Okay. And then we're going to close that one up. And we're going to do Mossy Meadow. And where did I stick that? Did I put it away? I put it away. See, this is how I am when I stamp. I put my stuff away when I'm done. And I'm not done. Oh, man. Have a good day. So thinking of you, have a good day. Let's see how... Okay. So I just kind of like stamp all over my ink pad to see if I could get it to be truly Mossy Meadow. And if it's a variation of colors, then it's okay. Right there. There we go. Now we know that looks good. So now I actually can put this back where it goes. And that is right there. So we can take the... What? Oh, cool! Releasing 2 butterflies at a park, a science project of cocoons to butterflies that Sarah did with the kindergarten class. Very cool to watch that process. Oh my gosh. That sounds absolutely amazing. Monarch butterflies? Wait, why am I trying to glue? This is the back. You know, I am such a dork. I don't know why. Maybe I did not take a long enough nap. I've been working extra hours this week, and I've probably worked the last Okay, cool. Oh, I would love that. So I've worked like the last 3 Saturdays, and I've been working extra hours during the week, this week. And so I just kind of feel a little out of it. And so when I got home today, I just sat on the couch and I fell asleep. And then I woke up and it was 7 o'clock, and I'm like, I got to do my Facebook Live. And I had this actually planned out at 10 o'clock last night. You know, sometimes inspiration just hits and you just got to go with it, right? And I just came home, and sometimes when I'm prepping for my Facebook Live, I don't know what my card looks like as I go. So sometimes I'll cut the designer series paper the same size as what I'm doing for my original card, and then have it, you know, ready to go. Sometimes, like I said, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I write things down, you know, DSP 1.25 by 4, and so that way when I go back in the next day to cut it, then I don't forget the measurements. So this is really where we're at right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the linen thread, and now if you get curly linen thread, this is one thing that you can do when you don't have fingernails. Actually, I have one, and it doesn't matter if you have a fingernail or not. Just run it through your fingers until it flattens out, or straightens out, I should say. And then it's really easy to not have it so curly-Q when you're trying to make a bow. And I'm actually going to do a double bow, because I like double bows when I do linen thread, for the most part. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Up scissors from a long time ago, a retired product that I refuse to get rid of. But you know what? They cut so nicely. All right, so I'm just going to make myself a little bow. And that obviously was not long enough. So let's do it the opposite way. Let's leave these as the tails. Oh, that is so cool, Carolyn. Oh, are they monarchs? Swallowtails? When I was a kid, I was always obsessed with monarchs. And anytime that I would see a monarch, like on the front of a car or something, I would cry. Yep. I just remembered that right now, too. That's... Okay, so maybe I won't have enough tails. Or this is going to be a really tiny... No, we're just not going to do that one yet. We're going to make this a little smaller then, over here. Maybe I did not leave myself enough room. There we go. I really do know what I'm doing. See, I used to make bows, monarchs. Cool, cool, cool. That's one thing about not having the gardens that I used to have. I don't have butterflies floating around my balcony, but I do have hummingbirds. I have at least 3 ladies and 1 male. And right now, my balcony is void of everything. I have 1 Oreo feeder that I just got not too long ago. It was on sale at Walmart. And then I have a really nice, huge wind chime that Mike and I got at the state fair on our it's our anniversary present to us. And then I have 3 hummingbird feeders, 2 petunia pots, 2 baskets that are about this wide and 3 feet long, and those are pots that hang on the railing, and then 3, probably I'd say 2 by 2, I'd say about 1.5 by 1.5 square pots, and then 4 deck chairs. All of that and some decorations are in the apartment because they're painting the building, and so they're still in the process of that. So I want that crap out of my house, or my apartment. I should say. I want to sit on my deck and I can't. I'm really liking this hibiscus water pack. Okay. So where are my, there they are, my pearls of beauty. Okay, so first of all, we're going to use the crumb cake and Wink of Stella. Now, I want to use the Wink of Stella first before I put down my flowers. So we're going to, or my gems and my bow. So we're going to come in here with the Wink of Stella and get any of the white, I should say, it's not really white, it's more of a cream, so, of the flowers. So we're painting them with Wink of Stella. And we'll get this over here. Because, you know, I put this card together and I was like, where am I going to add the Wink of Stella? What am I going to do? How can I not have Wink of Stella on a card? I'm like, I guess I could paint the flowers. I was like having a kind of a fit. Really, I was. All right, and then we'll do the inside. I totally agree. By my apartment, there is, if you probably have driven down McAndrews Road, down by Nicollet, there is kind of like a bunch of trees. And then you see our, you know, the sign that says Meridian Point. And down in those bunch of trees, there's 2 spots. One's actually across the, which is probably the same one to our building, from the post office. So if you know where the post office is on McAndrews in Burnsville, right across the street from that is like trees. And then behind that's an apartment building. Well, in those trees, there's water down at the bottom. And there's like a pond, but you can't see any of it because there's so many trees and weeds and stuff that grows that doesn't allow you, you know, it just spurs up. And so, but you can hear the crickets and you can hear the frogs, and I absolutely love it. And so right now, the little froggies are, and the crickets are kind of loud. And I can sit on the deck and I can hear them. And I could just have this like stupid smile on my face because I am that dork. Yep. Okay. And let's see, we're going to grab that mini glue dot. Where are my mini glue dots? They are supposed to be in my little tool holder, and they are not. My desk is not a mess. Where did I put them? They must have fallen down somewhere. They fell out of the tool holder. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take this and kind of roll it up. And we're going to put that right in the corner there. Roll that up. We're going to put our little bow right there and then squish so you don't see it. There we go. I like that. I mean, how cute, how simple, a little elegant. Have a good day. Hugs. Who wants to win that card? Okay. So, how this works? Well, I have to say that I had to notify some winners that I took too long to pick some winners off a video, and I had to pick them off the people that liked and had comments. So who did the thumbs up and who did the hearts, and off the photo, and any of the comments off the photo. And so I said I normally pick the winners off the Facebook Live. So if you do the thumbs up and the heart on the photo, that's nice. Thank you. I love that. But I picked the winners off the video. And so I actually missed, it said, your video from whatever day will be deleted on this day. And if you don't get the winners picked by then, it's gone and you can't go back in. And whoever did the thumbs up and who left a comment and who did a heart and who shared, and I couldn't pick it off of that. And I was like, so I had sent them a message. Well, I was going to say, I'm going to send your cards this week. I haven't, because I didn't plan on it. I didn't know that I was going to be working until after 5 almost every day this week, except for today, that I wasn't able to make it to the post office in time. So they'll get their cards next week. So what do you think about this card? I mean, is this something that you can recreate using either A, designer series paper that you have, or B, you want to buy it? The Thinking of You from the Scalloped Blooms, and all the greetings are from the Scalloped Blooms. Have a good day and hugs. So this is from the one that had the it's a sweet collection, and I should probably look it up so that I could tell you. I ended up getting the Scalloped Blooms, this one, for free because Stampin' Up gave it to me, and not knowing that they did that, and I called them up and I said, do you want to send? They're like, nah, keep it. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. All right, Scalloped Blooms, page 46. I wonder if it said, well, it's Sweet Collection. It's in the beginning. So, let's see here. Where is it at? Sweet Collection start on page 16. And it's part of this one. It is part of the Bloom Boutique. Now, this Sweet Collection has 2 sets of dies and 2 sets. Oh, thank you, Carolyn. I see the hearts. And then 2 sets of stamp sets. So this comes with, if you purchase them as a bundle, you save the 10%. Well, I got the stamp set for free. I'm not going to buy the dies just to go with the stamp set, because I have other stuff that I have to use for a very short time, So, so if you want to get a chance to win this card, all you have to do is a thumbs up or a heart, okay? If you leave a comment on this video, your name will get entered into the drawing to win this card. And if you share this on your timeline, you will get 2 entries to get a chance to win this card. So if I have your name, I will send it to you. I don't contact you and say, hey, you won card from blah, blah, blah. It's called Surprise Happy Mail. But if you are somebody that I've never met and I do not have your home address, I will send you an email through Facebook saying, hi, my name is Joy. You watched a video, Facebook Live, hashtag number, blah, 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 and you won the card from that presentation. Send me your address and I mail you the card. Now, I do not send you spam mail. I do not send you, I don't know, wish lists and order entry forms, things like that. I just send you the card. And if you are a person that already has a demonstrator, that is fine. If you wish to purchase from me, that is fine. If you're a demonstrator, that is fine. I will still mail you the card. And it's all about making somebody's day and making them smile. And so then what I do is put a Post-it note inside, or a little note, and then that way you, as the person who wins the card, can use it to send it to someone else to make their day. So that is what I like to do. So I will be back on Sunday after 5 o'clock. I will post a note probably about 30 minutes roughly before I go live saying, going live in 30 minutes. And if you have a chance, go ahead and go to my YouTube page as well and do the thumbs up and the hearts and all the subscription things. I have 85 subscribers on there. I'd like to get to 100, and I've been at 85 for quite a while. So if you are not a subscriber to my YouTube page, go ahead and click on that. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me live on a Thursday, Fake Friday evening. And I would come back on Sunday and I will have another project for you. Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend and happy stamping. I'm hitting the finish button and it's not going away.